Hello traders, and welcome to the real-time supply and demand video. In this video we're going to talk about the benefits and the application of using the real-time supply and demand in trading the RTY. Let's go and talk about the vitals of this market. First of all, the market name is the E-mini Russell 2000 Index. The ticker symbol is RTY. The roll cycle is quarterly, but if you'd like some more information on the roll cycle, then you can go ahead and click on the link located on this page. The tick value is $5. The point value is $50. The cash opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The cash closes at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. The night session, which is also tradable, is from 6 p.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The important recurring events that can affect this market are the non-farm payrolls, ISM manufacturing and non-manufacturing PMI, PPI, CPI, and core CPI, retail and core retail sales, core durable goods orders, consumer confidence, and preliminary or final GDP numbers. As a reminder, trading does carry significant risk, and all information in this video is provided for educational purposes only and is not an offer or recommendation to trade futures, stocks, options, or Forex. Let's go ahead and discuss the key features of this tool. First of all, it marks zones or areas of extreme supply or demand, and you have the ability to customize it to any chart type, any time frame, or any market, including futures, ETFs, stocks, and Forex. So here's what the tool looks like from a high-level overview. This is RTY on a 15-minute time frame. And you'll notice that you have these green zones down here. These are the demand zones, and the supply zones are these red zones that you see here. You'll notice light red zones, as you can see here. This is a zone that was created here. Price moved away and then came back and retouched it. So it changes the color of that zone. These dark reds, they have been created, but they have not been retested yet. The demand zone, same thing. The dark green areas have been created, but they have not been retested, whereas the light green areas have been created and actually got retested here and got retested here as well. You'll also notice that you have this button up here at the top. This will be a convenient button so you can go ahead and hide the supply and demand zones or show them. Now, how can this indicator help you with your trading? The real-time supply and demand tool, it calculates imbalances from volume, blocks of volume, and order flow activity. So a very important distinction here is that it's not just based on price, it is also based on volume and blocks of volume along with price. And it also helps you to measure and visually identify a key point within the market. Now here's the different uses you can use supply and demand. The first one is trade setups and triggers. You can use this tool simply as a trade setup for you. How you do that is you look for these light green or these light red areas here, or even these dark red areas. And what you want to see is price, as you can see here, actually create the demand zone, leave, come right back, and give you an opportunity to go ahead and go long to the upside here. Again, it acts as support here, but what I'm looking for is when the demand zone is created for price to leave and quickly come back to it, retest it, and then move off. And you actually got that here with the demand zone here. Let me go ahead and zoom in. So what you got here is that the supply zone was created here. Price left, came back just a few bars later, retested, and gave you a beautiful short trade here to the downside. So this is the kind of trade trigger that we are looking for when trading real-time supply and demand. Support and resistance, as you can see here, can act as really good support, as you can see through here, and resistance, which a lot of traders use this tool for. Risk to reward analysis. Right here on the edge, you can actually have a number located here, and I'll show you how to do that with the tool. But it'll tell you how wide these boxes are, and these zones are, so you can do quick risk to reward analysis on this. Sentiment. So if you see a lot of green zones on a chart, it'll be very bullish. If you see a lot of red zones, it'll be very bearish. So it's really quick and easy to identify the sentiment of any market. So let's go ahead and transition to the charts, and I'll show you how to set this up. So start with a fresh and clean chart. You want to right click and go into indicators. Scroll all the way down to the NCAT tools and look for RSD, which is real-time supply and demand. Go ahead and hit OK to load it on there, and bam, it loads on here pretty quickly. Now you have this button up here. You can go ahead and hide the zones, or you can show the zones. Up to you. Go and right click and go back into indicators. Extend zone minutes. Now if you want these to extend further to the right side of the chart, let's go ahead and put this to 240 minute and hit apply. See, these zones will actually go out a little bit further, So you can go ahead and do your projections out and chart analysis a little bit easier. I'll go ahead and put that back. The no weak zone, so if this is checked, you will not see weak zones pop up on your chart. Weak zones will be more of an olive color. I'd leave this checked. Recolor, retouch here. So as you can see here, when you leave and come right back, it'll go ahead and recolor these zones. If you want them to remain dark green or dark red, you can go ahead and uncheck this box. Same thing for the weak zones and the retouch there. If you want those to change colors, you can go ahead and check that box. Time frame, type, and value. So this is an important one here. Now, every time you go from 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, or 60-minute, the supply zones are going to go ahead and reflect that time frame. However, it's very useful on a lower time frame. Let's say that you want a 60-minute zone here on a 15-minute chart. Go ahead and select minute, go to 60. And now what you'll have here are 60-minute zones on a 15-minute chart. So you don't have to go back and forth between charts. You can see what the higher time frame is showing you. You can see it actually updates here as well with the label. Now, very important to note, if you go down to a 5-minute time frame, that you'll still see 60-minute. No matter what time frame you're on, you're always going to see 60-minute if you leave it here. So you have to make those adjustments. Otherwise, if you want the supply and demand zones to adjust with your time frame, just go back to chart period and hit apply, and it'll go ahead and adjust to your 15-minute time frame. Put this back to 0. Data series, setup, and visual. You want to leave this the same. Colors, just cosmetic if you want to change any of the colors of the boxes. This is an important function here, far edge price, zone height, and main edge price. So the main edge price is telling you the price of the closest edge to price here. So 1594.80 would be the bottom of the box here. 1570.20 would be the top of the box here. If you want to see the far edge price, you can see the other edge here. So you can see the width of the box here, those two price points. You can also go to zone height, and this is important when it comes to risk and reward. You can see very quickly how much, if you take this short here, how many ticks you're going to have to risk to the high. Same thing here, right here. Let's say you took this short, you can see that you have to risk 13 ticks to that high there. So very convenient, very easy. Same thing for the demand box. See 45 ticks from the top of the box to the bottom of the box. If you want an email when a supply zone or demand zone is created, very important, you have to put your email into each of these boxes if you want those emails. Now, once you put your email in here, it triggers that, so it'll go ahead and send that email out. Same thing for the demand zone. So again, if you want all three, go ahead and make sure you put your email in all three, at least in the top one, and then one of these. Put your password in and all that. Go ahead and set that up. Alert on demand sound. If you want an alert file every time a demand zone is created, go ahead and check this box here, or select one of the files from that box, the drop-down menu. For the supply zone, you can do the same thing. Click on that and just pick a file. Once you're done, go ahead and hit OK, and you're all set and ready to go. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, and happy trading.